Good afternoon and many thanks for making time to be here on this second day of August 2013. This is indeed news as it happens on the news desk. My name is Boni Tuya. Welcome to the program. Today we'll start this show with technologies in the farming sector. The production of coffee is involving and requiring meticulous care right from the farming through to harvesting, roasting, grinding and eventual packaging so as to maintain the best taste possible. Now, at a stakeholders meeting in Othaya, coffee farmers met and discussed the way forward in the production of the beverage.
Similarly, there is a lot about coffee that we as the consumers do not understand or know about. Issues of grading and the whole chain of value addition. But whenever you take time to sip that mug of hot steaming coffee, does it ever occur to you what perhaps the production of the beverage entails? As one coffee technologist explained to us during a coffee farmers consultative meeting in Othaya, the size of the berries greatly influences the taste. The larger the berries, the better the quality. The best being this AA grade. It is noticeably larger than the rest of the seeds displayed at the Kimathi University stand.
During the cupping, that's why we arrive at the 7 grades of coffee, where we have E grade, AA grade, AB, PB, double T, and T, all the 7 grades. The best grades you're going to realize are the heavier, the larger sized grades.
Good husbandry practices will give the farmer the best quality, and this will of course translate to better profits. Othaya Farmers Cooperative Circle prides itself in being the first farm to mill its own coffee, having purchased a coffee milling machine, and now they are producing and packaging their own coffee. Although the sales of their coffee have been minimal, they are planning to roll out the branded packages in the supermarkets soon. This is taking value addition to newer heights as coffee farmers often lose out on profits to middlemen.
We were the first cooperative started in Kenya to own a private coffee mill, our own. Fully owned by the cooperative, and after meeting for about 2 years, we decided to move a step further. Right now, as we are talking, we are roasting, grading, and packaging our coffee.
There before we could realize a percentage losses as high as 38% for the best coffee, which is parchment number 1. But presently we are getting losses of between 14 to about 18%, which is very much normal for very good coffee.
We intend to triple the production of coffee in this county.
The farmers at the meeting were taught how to cultivate best practices and increase the production of coffee. They complain about the irony of Kenyans not taking much coffee, yet Kenya is a major producer. The stakeholders present blamed it on the marketers who export the bulk, leaving little for local consumption. Carol Nderi for KTN in Othaya.
Now we're staying in central Kenya, where residents in Kaharo, that's in Murang'a County, have burnt down a house belonging to a 78-year-old man whom they alleged had raped 2 minors in the area. This was after he enticed them with a maize and beans mill, famously known as Githeri. Now the angry mob is said to have been agitated by the release of the old man after being arrested and arraigned in court.
With the alleged rape incident still fresh on their minds, the residents of Kaharo became agitated and furious and decided to take matters into their own hands to teach the 78-year-old man a lesson. They set the house on fire, and as if that wasn't enough, the angry residents attacked it with wood planks, their agenda to completely destroy it. It all started when the old man was released on a cash bail of 100,000 shillings after being arrested for allegedly defiling 2 nursery school girls aged 8 and 5 years. The old man is alleged to have bragged all over the village how he was set free despite having been detained at Kidhumo police station and taken to court.
Mtoto walikuwa anakula lunch, akaita hao watoto, yeye ni babu ya mtoto mmoja hapo. Na huyo mtoto, hao watoto wawili walipoenda kwake kwa sababu ni jirani sana wa shule, aliwapatia githeri, kisha akawaraza hao wote, akawanajisi ndani ya nyumba yake.
The villagers, having completed their mission, held peaceful demonstrations chanting to celebrate their victory. the 78-year-old man taking his family with him. Najma Ismail, KTN.
Right, and from that story of anger in Nyeri, or rather Muranga, will jump right into afternoon business chat. And today we are looking at an issue that is affecting you, the consumer, right at home. As the cost of living has continuously gone up, supermarkets and chain stores across the country are trying to look at different ways to get you to be loyal to them. This has come through the use of loyalty cards, as you know them by now, of your favorite supermarket. But then there's a new technology that is trying to put that all together in a way complex. And to help us understand that complexity is Adebayo Surakatu, who's the Chief Executive Officer of FLEXKOM Africa, who's introducing this new concept to Kenya. Karibu sana. Bayo, how different is what you're introducing to our traditional loyalty cards that we used to hear in Nairobi?
Well, thank you. FLEXKOM has actually been interested in giving benefits to the people.
Right.
And this was actually done because it's a vision of our company, okay, to give the customers, okay, more lifestyle,
right,
to give some customer an environment, okay, where they, while doing shopping, okay, where they have immense benefits together.
Right.
We actually started also with an issue where we actually created a unique, okay, customer card.
Right.
It has been the problem, which we do know in the world in which we're living today. There are lots of customer cards out down there. But each customer card can only be used or is attached to a particular company.
Right.
All right. And what we've done is to curate only one customer card, which the customer can use everywhere where the customer goes shopping, across all stores.
Right.
All right. And the major important thing is not just the customer using the card, okay, to get points back. We don't give points back. The customer gets money back. Okay. And with getting the money back, okay, that gives the customer the opportunity to actually detect what I want to use it for.
Right.
So it is lifestyle and giving the customer real value,
right,
which works back to the customer.
So in one way it is trying to move away from a cash economy. On the other, it's trying to keep customers tied to the stores where the store owners also get to benefit. But what is the need for them? If I have a store, why should I bother with having such a high-level, high-tech app, used by my customers?
Well, there are two things that interest the retail shops owners, okay? And the problem in which we're actually having right now is they have a bigger problem, okay, staying up on the high streets,
right,
okay? We have the e-commerce, okay, sector down there, which is taking all customers away. People do buy on internet,
right,
and now we are having this supermarket, the bigger markets, okay, the bigger malls, okay, down there, and this actually is making it difficult for the local stores, okay,
right,
to make a living. All right, and so they need to be supported. They need a technology which is simple, which they can adopt for them to actually get back on the pole position.
Right.
And this is what FLEXKOM has done.
You've mentioned about simplicity. How exactly does this work? Do I need a smartphone? I mean, how exactly, who is eligible for this service?
Now, what FLEXKOM did, okay, was to create a mobile application. We call it the Flex app.
Right.
Okay. Now, each customer can actually, okay, download this mobile application,
right,
for free.
Correct.
Okay, or this mobile application, Flex app, can be given out through the local stores who are actually connected to the FLEXKOM model. And once the customer downloads this FLEXKOM, it goes with it to the local shop at all FLEXKOM accepted terminals.
Right.
So after I purchase a product and pays the currency for the product, okay, the FLEXKOM terminal generates a QR code, a quick response code.
Right.
And with the help of the mobile application, the customer can scan this QR code. While doing that, within 0.005 seconds,
right,
transaction is being done, which means it gets its loyalty, flex monies, okay, back onto the mobile application. So this makes him to use this app on every stores, okay, around the community, and he always get money back while spending.
Right, and of course we'll be getting back to that discussion in regards to FLEXKOM, and I'll be asking you about how local stores are expected to absorb this particular technology, but we'll be getting back to that in a little while. But we'll now move to other stories that are making headlines. And the Standard Group's newest baby, named The Counties, was today officially rolled out to the newspaper vendors and readers across the counties. The weekly publication, which takes over from the standard groups, the County Weekly, comes on the spirit of devolution and has been developed to be more relevant in covering the new devolved governance units as well as the socio-economic events at county levels. Take a look.
Coming closer to you. That is the slogan for Standard Group's newest weekly publication, The Counties. And very close it came to readers from across the counties today as it was officially rolled out to newspaper vendors. And what is The Counties all about?
We believe that we have to be more relevant to our readers. When government functions are devolved, resources are devolved, people move back to the counties, and that is where development and all the other social and political functions are happening.
The publication will be highlighting business trends in the various counties, thus giving investors credible information for decision making. It is also planned to bring news and features on agriculture, which continues to be the core economic sector across the counties, as well as providing up-to-date information on commodity prices. Then there's the Governors Forum, a platform for governors to lay out their development agenda and to answer burning issues raised by those they govern. This will also ensure people are able to hold their leaders at county level to account.
Tunataka muhakikishe ya kwamba wale magovernors wasikuwe mbiri presidents. They must listen to the people. Zile pesa ambazo wamepewa as development, wahakikishe kwamba yale maendeleo ambayo wamefanywa wasiangalie magari.
And it's not all business and no fun. The publication has in it the County Life, a spread that celebrates social life by featuring weddings that would normally not make it to TV screens or the pages of national newspapers. Here also there'll be a weekly page on successful charmers or merry-go-round groups around the counties. And what's more,
as a group, we are going to have in this paper regional columnist. Regional columnist means that instead of, I'm a columnist myself,
yes,
what I write is at the national level.
That's
I
right.
may not address issues to do, say, at the Tana River. So we'll be having in those counties, within that cluster, a columnist for every week.
How does it ensure specific county-relevant coverage? The 47 counties have been clustered into 5 regions, which will each have significant exclusive content. The 5 regions will be covered interchangeably. The publication has spurred great interest and appreciation from readers over what it aims to achieve.
So give us more information on the county developments, and I think it's necessary.
So there you have it. Don't miss your copy of The Counties that has come closer to you. Sharon Momanyi, KTN.
That's right, and now you have a voice in the counties coming to you every week at a cost of 35 shillings. Let's go back to the county, and for several years now, charcoal has remained a favorite cooking fuel for many households in the country. This has also come with its dangers, that is in air pollution and rather damage to the environment, degrading much more. But as our Nakuru County reporter Kamche Menza found out, students of Kabarak University could just have found a solution to this.
In the efforts to secure the environment and create employment, these students delved into the energy sector to provide an alternative source of cheap energy. This they did by making charcoal using cow dung and maize cobs, a product they named cocob. This is the first stage where the maize cobs are partially burnt, then ground before mixing with wet cow dung.
Misogoro na samadi ama kinyesi cha ng'ombe, hiyo ni biofuel.
The balls are made from the mixture and spread on a sack and are shared for a period of 1 week. They say this period is long enough to allow the balls to completely dry, hence reducing the chances of producing smoke.
But if you burn the maize cobs alone, they'll produce smoke. So what about if we roasted the maize cob a bit and mix with the cow dung? So the experiment was done and it proved to be okay.
And this is the end product, ready to be used. And to confirm to us that it works, the students lit a jiko burner and boiled some water with it. This project started 4 months ago and has so far employed 20 people in this area, with mostly positive feedback from buyers.
Ndio maana sasa tunajua kwamba matokeo ni mazuri kwa sababu umeitisha order nyingine.
Francis Kipto is one of the beneficiaries of this project, and he says he has already involved his neighbors into making the cocobs for sale.
Tukaziuza na haikuwa mbaya kwa maana gunia moja ilikuwa inatoka shilingi 400. Sasa ukiangalia tumezungushwa hata hapa Mogotio, wengi wameanza kujua sasa.
With Kenya's water catchment areas remaining at risk with such activities as charcoal burning, this venture by the students, if well harnessed, can proceed to save the country a great deal. The project has since seen the students emerge the Enactus Kenya 2013 national champion in the National Business and Entrepreneurship Competition. They will proceed to Mexico in September this year to battle with other universities from 37 countries worldwide.
Right, many thanks. Kamcha Menza in Nakuru. And back to our discussion about your final question as we wrap this interview is that, do you expect some kind of friction coming from the local store owners? Because, I mean, it is these loyalty cards that have enabled them to have some kind of loyalty, per se, with part of the clientele. Do you expect some bit of friction when you introduce this product in Kenya?
Yes, well, with our high-end technology, we're actually giving the local retail stores or the local retail owners the opportunity for them to have more customers, okay? And getting more customers automatically skyrockets their revenues. Now, what we did is to give them a huge high-end technology, which gives them the opportunity to always geo-target their products to the customers in real time. Now, we do this through a video mail technology, okay, which the retailers, they have a terminal, a FLEXKOM mobile commerce terminal, which they can actually send their products directly onto the mobile application of the customer. And this makes actually a very huge awareness for them to know about the local store in any particular vicinity, and customers goes down there.
So your expectation is that it will be a welcome innovation to the local store owners in Kenya?
Exactly.
Right. Asante sana Bayo Surakatu, who's introducing a new form of shopping in the country. It's called FLEXKOM, basically FLEXKOM technologies that will be rolled out in most of the local supermarkets. That has made a part of our afternoon business chat. We'll take a short commercial break to pay the bills, but more news after this break. Welcome back. Christians from Jesus Winner Ministry are engaged in a crusade to cleanse the Thika superhighway against the rising cases of road accidents. Now, in an operation dubbed Operation Maliza Ajali, the church faithfuls went to every black spot along the highway between Sagana and Githurai, anointing and seeking spiritual intervention. The pastors who carried out the cleansing ceremonies blamed the rising cases of road accidents on witchcraft and devil worshipping.
3 weeks ago, 11 people were killed at Tana Bridge along the Kenol-Sagana highway. That stretch of the highway is a black spot and experiences at least one accident each day. More than 100 lives have been lost along the highway, stretching from Kenol town in Murang'a South Sub-County to Sagana in Kirinyaga County. Faithfuls from Jesus Winner Ministry decided the devil was holding sway over the highway, so they conveyed on the road with interdenominational prayers to seek spiritual intervention. The prayers were conducted at Tana Bridge, Kambiti, Makuyu Teachers College and Kenol Town, which have been identified as black spots. The pastors wondered why the accidents were concentrated on one stretch of the highway. The faithful asked motorists to be cautious while driving on the roads in order to reduce the carnage. The prayers caused a major traffic snarl-up on the busy highway that serves central, eastern, northeastern and Nairobi parts of the country, with faithfuls cleansing known black spots. The faithful urged the government to fully implement road safety rules in order to reduce road carnage. Patrick Amimo, KTN.
Right, as we end the week, let's take a look at some business headlines that made it to in the world of business coming up next on the Business Roundup.
Barclays Bank has partnered with Safaricom to offer mobile banking service that enables corporate clients to disburse bulk payments such as salaries, dividend payments, allowances and pension payments to various beneficiaries through their mobile phones. The mobile payment solution aims to provide consumers with convenience, flexibility and easy accessibility wherever they may be in the country. Mobile bank payment solutions are set to drive up the levels of financial access in the region. Elsewhere, property worth more than 20 million shillings was destroyed in a fire at the Mombasa Kenya Power Transmission Center. According to Kenya Power, the fire damaged the substation equipment, but the main transformers were not damaged. The fire, whose cause is yet to be established, caused a major blackout in Shimanzi, Kizingo, and along Digo Road, with power yet to be restored. And finally, Honda Motorcycles Kenya is set to begin full production from its local plant in October this year. The plant, located in industrial area, will have an initial production capacity of 20,000 units a year, scalable once demand begins to rise. The plant is the second for Honda on the continent after Nigeria, with the company using Kenya as an entry point for the growing demand for motorcycles in the East African region.
And from that bit of business, we shift gears to sports now. And European clubs champion Bayern Munich clinched the Audi Cup after beating English Premier League Leeuwarden Manchester City 2-1 last night. Now, the Bundesliga side came from behind to edge out the visitors at the Allianz Arena. Meanwhile, scored a pair of second goals to lead Spanish soccer power Real Madrid to a 3-1 victory over the Los Angeles Galaxy in the inaugural Guinness International Champions Cup tournament, which features 6 other teams from Europe.